Hi, I've started including genetic DNA analysis assessment and testing with clients now when I do an initial assessment with them to give us a baseline of where to work from, and it's given a real scientific blueprint of what the individual's own capabilities are. And we found it extremely interesting, if nothing else. The company we've chosen to work with is Fitnessgenes. There have been loads of genetic testing kits out there, but I've always shied away from them because I found them quite fatalistic, because they often do test for disease risk, and while that can be particularly useful, I think it can also worry you unnecessarily. Whereas Fitnessgenes test only against genes that have an impact or bearing on your physical or nutritional performance. So you then can you can take those results and tailor your exercise and diet protocol to really get the best out of what you are predisposed to genetically. So that's been particularly useful. It's been just interesting and offered reassurance sometimes, confirmation of things you already know, surprised a few people. It's also been quite useful in managing expectations sometimes, because if you, for instance, aren't predisposed to muscle volume and muscle strength and bulking up, somebody can pretty much work out, well, I'm not predisposed to that genetically. It's not to say that could never bulk up. It just means I'm going to have to work that much harder. It won't come as easily. So it's really been phenomenal. It's a very simple process, the DNA analysis. The Fitnessgenes send you a simple little kit in this box, and in it there is a vial, a plastic vial, into which you spit and provide a saliva sample right up to that line. You've got to do it first thing in the morning before you've eaten it, so you don't affect the sample. And you really do have to have a few goes of spitting to fill it up. It's quite a bit you have to provide. Then you'll close that. It releases a fluid which will just preserve it. You seal that shut, put it back in the box it came in, and you seal it up and send it back to Fitnessgenes with free post. So that's quite handy. In the meantime, you will have registered online your kit, and they will email you when the kit's arrived, and 2 to 3 weeks later you receive an email to say that you can view your results. It's all very secure and safe. And so they test against 41 different genes related to health and physical performance and nutritional traits, and you can find out things like about muscle volume, your metabolism, your rate of recovery, all things like that, which have a real bearing of how you create or plan your training regime. So Fitnessgenes have the basic DNA analysis kit, which you can then bring the results to a trainer who can interpret them and provide your action plan. With the basic testing kit, Fitnessgenes do give you a basic action plan based on your results, just giving you an idea of frequency of exercise and a general overview of nutrition. If you then purchase the slightly more expensive packages, you get a more detailed program with regards to your exercise and nutrition based on your specific results. So it's very thorough, very scientific, and extremely interesting. If you listen to my podcast, I go into the kind of information you can find out, some of the results, and how that can be used. So search in iTunes Rochelle Butler or Eat, Move, Be Healthy it's episode 2, in fact. It's where I talk about genetic testing and Fitnessgenes. And if you listen to the podcast, at the end I give you a 10% discount voucher code. So that's quite useful too. And you can then purchase it online and either interpret the results yourself and work with it, or take it to a trainer, or in fact purchase the packages which give you that program. So very interesting, worth doing, absolutely worth doing, and let us know how you get on.